In November 2015, Outagamie County investigators respond to a hotel in Appleton. According to court documents, Katrina Baur hid in the bathroom, got the attention of hotel staff to call police. Baur reported a sexual assault by two men, one being Jesse Vang. According to a search warrant, Baur told investigators she was their property and described being taken to Minnesota to perform sex acts for compensation, including drugs. 2 months later, Baur asked police to not investigate the sexual assault involving Vang. Baur was now involved with Jesse Vue, Elijah's biological father, and according to Baur, Vue was the alpha over Vang in, quote, some sort of structure. Ultimately, federal prosecutors handled the case against Vang, convicting him on drug charges. He was released in December of 2022. Vue went to prison in January of 2023 in another case. We recently learned in court, in a statement from Baur's mother, why she was with Vang.
She stated, "I felt alone. I can assure you she is well aware of resources available, but she chose not to use them."
And now we know from criminal complaints, Baur wanted Vang to teach Elijah how to, quote, be a man and correct his supposed bad behavior. On February 12th, Baur and Vang met in Fond du Lac to drop Elijah off with Vang for disciplinary reasons. 2 days later, Baur visited Vang in Two Rivers. The criminal complaint says Katrina took a photo of Elijah lying on a bed at 3:13 a.m. He had a, quote, blindfold over his eyes, appears to have bruising on his jawline and neck on the left side, as well as bruising on his upper left arm. An hour later, Baur deleted the photo. On February 16th, Vang visited an auto shop with Elijah. The owner released these photos to Action 2 News. Later that night, into the early morning hours of Saturday the 17th, phone data shows Baur came back to Two Rivers. She told investigators she saw Elijah, but he was tired. The couple went to Manitowoc in the early morning hours, but according to surveillance photos, police don't see a child in the vehicle. Monday, February 19th, Vang told investigators Elijah was in punishment while he took a sleeping aid and watched a movie. The next morning, Vang got up around 7:30 a.m. to get his 15-year-old son on the bus for school. When Vang returned to the apartment, he said he locked the doorknob, deadbolted it, and put the security chain on the door to keep Elijah from walking out of the apartment. Around 8 a.m., Vang said he woke Elijah up for breakfast, then went back into his bedroom and fell asleep while Elijah stood in timeout. Vang called 911 at 10:59 a.m. on February 20th to report Elijah missing. At 3 p.m. on Tuesday, state officials issued an Amber Alert for Elijah Vue. It remains active 1 month later.
We'll go on the record in State of Wisconsin versus Katrina Baur, 24 CF 163. Appearances by Zoom.
State appears by Jacqueline Labrie.
Katrina Baur appears by Zoom from the Manitowoc County Jail with her attorney, Ann Larson.
Matters on the calendar for arraignment today. Attorney Larson, have you received a copy of the information?
The defense acknowledges receipt of the information. We do waive reading. I did discuss with Ms. Baur her right to request substitution. We do not make that request. Reserving all other rights and objections, we enter a plea not guilty.
Not guilty pleas will be received for the record. Offer deadline?
April 26th.
At 8:30 for the offer deadline. Anything else for the record from the state?
No, Judge, thank you.
Attorney Larson?
Not at this time, thank you.
Then we're adjourned.